Hey guys, Rex here, and welcome back to my Minecraft Survival Let's Play. It is episode 6 today, and as you can see, I have been doing a lot of work here. Now, 1.8, Minecraft version 1.8 was actually released earlier today, and I have updated my world to 1.8, which I actually did by accident because I had my profile set to be the latest version, the latest full release, and I forgot that it would automatically update to 1.8. But thankfully, I have already done all the work that I need to do in 1.7. Hopefully I didn't forget anything. So now I'm in 1.8. The chicken farm exploded when I updated it. All the chickens went flying everywhere, so now I have it set to seed chickens mode so that we can actually get some more chickens, because there's only 30 in there right now. Because yeah, like I said, they exploded everywhere. And let's see. So what have I done in 1.7? When I was back still in 1.7, obviously I built a villager thing there, and that wasn't working. It was being really finicky. I got tons of advice from a guy called Tigers RC. I'll put a link to his channel in the description because he has helped me out a lot with this. He gave me a ton of advice. He's obviously a very experienced survival player, so I encourage you to go check him out. But what have we done here? Now, like I said last episode, in 1.8 you cannot actually get villagers that trade you every single piece of diamond tools and armor. And in 1.7 you actually can, and in 1.8 they're enchanted, and in 1.7 they're not. So in 1.8 you would have to buy two and craft them together if you wanted an enchanted one. Now, what have I done? I have gotten all these villagers here that will actually have all the different diamond armor trades so that we can actually get infinite diamond armor in 1.8. And in 1.8 it's super easy to get emeralds. I had a big thing set up, but I ended up just dumping them into a hole and sorting them out, and like I would AFK, like dump them into a hole, AFK, and then sort them out later. Just keep the ones I wanted. So I'll show you the ones that I did keep. This took absolutely forever, by the way. So we've got a bunch of villagers here. I set up this pen. Now, we do not want any zombies getting in here. I have backed up the world because I do not want any zombies. If a zombie infects one of these guys, I cannot get him back because I'm in 1.8. And the villagers don't actually have these trades anymore. So instead of actually trading with the villagers, I don't actually have any emeralds in this world. So instead of actually trading with these villagers, what I've done is I just, like I said, made a big pot of them and then just sorted out ones that have what I wanted in the first trade, because in 1.7 there's no tiers. It's completely random what the trades are. So, wow, I just realized that I can't actually access the dudes from here. Anyways, we have sword guy, we have chestplate guy, we have axe guy, we have shovel guy, we have XP bottle guy, so I can now get these in survival, whereas you can't get them in 1.8. We have helmet guy, we have pants guy, we have hoe guy, we have pickaxe guy, we have unbreaking 3 chestplate guy. I thought that might be useful to get. I just kept him because he actually had a good enchantment. And we have boots guy. So that is all the different diamond pieces of diamond armor and tools, so we can get infinite amounts of those. But like I said, I have not been doing any trading. I do not have any emeralds. I might have one, but I don't even remember. Yeah, I don't have any emeralds, and I think it's time to change that because I need to upgrade from this iron stuff here. So that is what we are going to be working on today. We are going to be getting some emeralds. Now, there are two very good ways, no, I should say 3 very good ways to get emeralds in 1.8. I should say. The first one is with paper. Alright, now you can get villagers that will give you lots of paper. They trade paper for emeralds. They buy paper and they give you emeralds. And you can use that to get a ton of emeralds. But occasionally what happens is the trade will actually become locked, and you have to trade other stuff to unlock that trade again. And then the same thing goes for blacksmiths, which we can use to trade iron for emeralds. And since we have an infinite supply of iron, that would be a good source of emeralds. But this final source of emeralds is the one I like the best. And that is when you use a farmer villager and you trade them all sorts of different stuff. Now, farmer villagers will actually have 4 trades that will give you emeralds. They have wheat, carrots, potatoes, and pumpkins, all of which can be automatically farmed. And when one of them gets locked, you can just simply use another one to unlock it. So instead of getting a bunch of emeralds and then when it gets locked, give them some emeralds and they give you some emeralds. What am I saying? Sorry, when the trade gets locked, instead of you having to pay emeralds to unlock it, you get more emeralds to unlock it, which is awesome. Obviously, later we're going to be setting up a huge, a bunch of librarians, because those are really useful in 1.8 to get enchantments. But I'm going to get some things together, plan out what exactly we're going to be doing and where we want it, and I will get back to you in a little bit. So, I am here with you guys today in a creative world. It's a brand new world. There's nothing else in this world except for this thing here. And we are going to have a little talk about this villager project. I've been doing a lot of thinking since that last cut. And a lot of just, yeah, pretty much thinking. But you guys, I gotta tell you guys that this project is one of the most important projects of the entire world. I put a ridiculous amount of effort into getting all those villagers with those different trades, even though that took forever. And I am going to be putting a lot of effort into making this giant project sort of look nice as well, because we gotta have it look nice. That's not an option to not have it look nice. But yeah, the whole villager project is going to be a huge project. It's going to span probably all the way until episode 10 or near episode 10, or maybe farther than episode 10. But that's because there are so many things you can get from villagers. As you know, everything in my world, I want it to be renewable. I love renewable resources. I do not like mining. That's partially why I like renewable resources. The other part being that I just love building farms. And this whole villager project is going to allow me to get unlimited, essentially farm resources like glowstone, redstone, lapis, enchantments, diamond tools and armor, and all of this stuff here. So, what are the plans? So, you might be wondering what on earth this is. This is my stackable wheat farm design, and it also works with carrots and potatoes, and I'll put a link to that video in the description, and that is what we are going to be building this episode. Today we are going to be building something I'm going to be calling the Emerald Factory. And I think I'm going to have a room with this on one side, except have it 3 layers tall instead of 2 like it is here, and then have one on the other side, so like right there, and then right in the middle we're going to have our like villager, and then all the chests around him were these output to, who is going to give us our emeralds. And that's going to be one section of the whole villager project. Now I'm just going to show you this right here. I tried to make it look as nice as I could. I think I did a pretty good job here. I'll give you a little around view like this. I did have to put half slabs up there, which I didn't think of doing before. And you might hear a bunch of bats, and that's because I forgot to, oop, not there. I think underneath the dirt here, I didn't put any, see if we can see these guys. I think that must be in the bottom section. Yeah, they're on the bottom section. Oh, that's because I don't have any rails in here. I was going to say, I should put lights in here, but they're only spawning because I don't have the rails. They're not spawning in the top one because I have rails, I think. Or maybe just because I have the light. I don't know. From that hole. But yeah, this is what I'm going to be building this episode. This thing here that's going to produce wheat, carrots, and potatoes. And then I think I'm not going to have the pumpkins in this section because 3 different things to trade to the villager is enough in my opinion. And the pumpkins don't really fit in, whereas I can use the same farm for these ones. So I'll have like wheat on the bottom 2, and carrots on the middle 2, and potatoes on the top 2. And then that's going to be sort of one room for the villager project here. And then next, we are going to have a bunch of different rooms that I'm going to try and make them look as good as possible for the different types of villagers, where I'm just going to keep all my villagers. Because in 1.8, villager trades are no longer random. They're organized into tiers, and as a result, you only need a certain amount of each villager to really get all the trades that there are. So there's no need for a trading hall that can replenish itself automatically and dump the villagers automatically. So we're just going to have a bunch of rooms, I think 5 rooms for the different kinds of villagers, and each one is going to be sort of corresponding to its respective villagers. So we're going to have like a forge for the blacksmiths, we're going to have a library for the librarians, like we're going to have a farm for the farmers, and the I don't even know what a Fletcher is, but they'll probably just go in the farm, and in the farm actually we'll put a fishing shack for the fishermen, because they're sort of a sub type of farmers, and then a butcher shop for the butchers and the leather workers, and then I think I'm going to have like a church for the clerics. I'm not exactly sure what a cleric is, I'll have to look it up, but they used to be called priests, and they always go in the village, I think they spawn in the village churches, so I think that's what I'm going to do. I don't know yet, but each one of those is going to have little cells where I can trade the villagers. I'm going to make them look nice and pretty, like the forge is going to have lots of anvils, it's going to have like lava flowing down to shooting things, and I probably shouldn't spoil all this because then you guys aren't going to watch the next few episodes when I actually build these. But yeah, those are my plans for the villager project. Like I said, it's an extremely important project for my Let's Play. Allows me to get unlimited of a ton of different resources very, very easily, because emeralds are essentially going to be free when we finish this emerald factory. So I'm going to hop back into my Let's Play world, and let's dig out some space for this, this emerald factory here. Alright, I gotta admit, I envy you. Yes, you, the viewer. Wherever you are, sitting at home or at work, wherever you happen to be, or maybe you're standing, but I don't know why you'd be standing and watching this video. But you guys can just watch me, and within a few seconds, you see some TNT blow up, and the hole is all done. Now for me, this takes hours and hours and hours, and you better appreciate it, because it takes a lot of effort. As you can see, I clearly have my priorities straight, because I do not have any beacons yet, as you can see by the fact that there are no beacons coming through the floor, which is very annoying, because I did not have any haste the entire time I mined that out. So it took forever. But, if we come over here, obviously this place is going to be the storage hall here, and then here's some little indicators where I want to build stuff. There's going to be a piston door in between, and then this here is going to be a little room that is going to branch off to the different places. So in there we're going to have the emerald, what did I want to call it? The emerald factory. And then here and there are going to be the little branches, or I think I'm going to put the trading centers in there. And then I don't know what I'm going to do with the roof. I'm going to make it look nice. But in here we have a giant hole that took forever to dig, like I've been saying a million times. And actually up there you can see the surface. It might be raining or something, but you can see the surface. It is very close to the surface. As you can see, it's a very, very tall room because we have to fit those 3 farms on top of each other. And that's why I brought the floor down a little bit, because I didn't want it to obviously come above the surface. Yes, but I did get quite a bit of stone because I used a silk touch pick for part of it. But yeah, I think that's all I have to say right now. So let's get some materials together and let's start making this place look pretty. Progress update. Done the floor. Lots of light. Looking good. Alright, I am here at my witch farm, And at the end of last episode, we built this tower here, and the witch farm was not working. It wasn't giving me any spawns. I actually AFK'd overnight, the other night, and I got, I think, one spawn. And I could not figure out for the life of me what was wrong with this thing. But yeah, I tried so many different things, could not figure it out. But thankfully, Impulse asked a bunch of people, and Impulse actually pointed it out what was wrong here. And I'm going to tell you in a second. So basically, when you build something like a witch farm, you want to build a perimeter around it. So basically, reduce the number of spawning spaces around the witch farm to as the minimum amount possible. And there's two reasons for this, one of which I was unaware of. The first reason being so that there are less spawning spaces outside the witch farm, so more things have to spawn in the farm, right? That's the first reason. That's the one that I already knew. Now the second one that I was unaware of is that when mobs spawn outside of the witch farm, it doesn't just make it so they're less likely to spawn in there, but the mobs outside of the witch farm will actually clog up the mob cap, which was a lot smaller than I thought it was, and then nothing can spawn in there. And that was what was happening. So I got a bunch of mobs to despawn just by moving around and stuff. And then I tried AFKing at the top. As you can see, I tried AFKing at all these different points and trying to get it to work. And then I AFK'd at the top, and I AFK'd overnight, and I got 2 double chests of witch drops. And I know that doesn't seem like a lot, and I'll explain why in a second, but to me it is a lot. That's 12 stacks of redstone, glowstone, like all these materials that are so useful, that can be a pain to get, like glowstone. Glass bottles, I don't have to craft those anymore, which would be so nice. Like gunpowder, I can blow things up. Sugar, I don't have to craft anymore, so I can just sort of automatically stick it in a potion farm instead of having to craft it out of sugarcane. Redstone is one of the most useful materials to me, and you have no idea how good you might. But this is the first time I've ever built a witch farm in survival, and it feels amazing to have an unlimited amount of these resources. So I am so happy. Thank you so much, Impulse, for pointing that out for me. But yeah, I was gonna say that this is not actually the most efficient design, and I completely admit that. Probably JL's would be. It's got like a 99.9 something efficiency. But basically, it's not efficient for a couple reasons. One, other mobs can spawn inside. Two, I haven't really established a perimeter yet. And yeah. So also, you'll notice last time this tube had signs in it, and I removed the signs because that way creepers and skeletons and stuff will actually drown in here, whereas the witches drink water breathing potions so they won't drown. Also, slimes will sometimes spawn and get stuck, but they fixed the bug where slimes don't despawn naturally anymore. They fixed that, so they'll despawn after like a minute, and then it'll unclog and stuff can go back through. Now there is the slight problem of sometimes the witches will actually despawn when they go up the tube, so I will either have to sacrifice that efficiency to get my thing that I want at the top, or I will just have to dump them off at a slightly lower point, and then I will not have the thing I want at the top. So that's the witch farm. I am so happy that it's working. Like I said, I have unlimited of all these resources in here. So once again, thank you, Impulse. Now let's get back to our, I don't even remember what I'm going to call it, Emerald Factory. As you can see, progress has been made. I have built sort of the shell for the first one here. We're going to have 6 in total, remember. I don't think I got enough clay, which is annoying, because I didn't anticipate having to do these walls here on the sides for some reason. Yeah, I did go to a mesa and grab some clay, got some for the walls. I started laying out the minecart rails for the first one. I actually had to modify them a bit. In my tutorial, I just have, I think, 2 there, 2 there, 2 there, 2 there, 2 across the whole thing. But here, I can't do that for the upper layers, because then I can't stick a lever on the bottom, just because of how I've done it. And so, yeah, the hopper minecart will go, if I just get rid of this here and flick the lever, it will go around, and it will get a speed boost there, and then it will just sort of slow down, slow down, Slow down. Then we'll speed back up and go back into the station here. So now the next step is to put in the water and the dirt. So let's do that really quickly, and then yeah, we'll go get around to doing some other stuff. So we just make an 8x8 thing of dirt here. And then we just have to till it. So I have a crafting table up here just for easy access. And we're going to make a hoe. Actually, we should probably put the water in first so it doesn't, like, kill itself. Water. Water. And then we're just going to use these infinite water sources to make more water. Like this. There we go. And then all you have to do is till it. And then we're almost done. We just have to make it look a little bit nicer. And then do the hardest part, which is getting a villager in. And I don't know if I'm going to do that this episode, because it's going to take a very long time. Digging out these holes, by the way, is taking forever. I still have to dig out the 2 pockets in the side for the actual farms. And that is going to be a pain. Hello everybody, it is Rex from the future, and before we move on with the video, I must admit that I've accidentally made a stupid mistake with my recording, and I was actually recording a time-lapse on SMB, so I lowered the frame rate of my video, and I forgot to raise it back again. So for the rest of this video, it's going to be at 15 FPS, and I apologize for that. And I hope that I won't do it in the future, and I will try my best not to do that in the future. But I hope you'll understand it was just a small error on my part, and it shouldn't be insanely bad, but it doesn't look the greatest. Alright, time for yet another progress update. So as you can see, I've been doing a lot of work on this, and it's taking quite a long time. So I think just for this episode I'm going to do one of the towers, and then I'll do the other one in between, and then I'll work on the little area over here in the next episode. But yeah, alright, I'm done. I built this entire structure, and I've done the bottom level here, and then I've done the minecarts for all 3 levels. So there are 3 levels of minecarts going around. And I've hooked up the redstone back there and a little hopper tube. So if we let's throw some wool on, because we don't. So if I throw some wool, 1, 2, 3. Let's do 3 on each level, and then let's do some down here. 3 pieces of wool there, and then we throw 3 on the bottom. They should all end up at some point in down here, which I didn't actually dig because I was in the middle of digging it and then my game crashed. Let's keep going. There we go. So they should all end up in here. Yep, 9 pieces of wool. So yeah, that's what I have done so far. The hardest part is going to be getting villagers in here, like I said before. And yeah, so I'll just give you a little overview of how it works. So basically, we have our minecart track up. Let's go up here so we can take a look at that. We have our minecart track. It goes around. I put the powered rails in on the sides here so that I can power them from those blocks because they are standing on slabs to make it look nicer from the other side. So it does go around and around and around in circles, and basically if it gets to that place and it has items in it, the little redstone circuit there is going to make it so it's going to stay there until all the items are unloaded. So if we throw our wool here on the ground, and it's going to pick them up, and then you should see that it will stop until it's done unloading the wool, and then it's going to start again. So we're going to see it start again in a little bit. There we go. And then it's going to go back around. And then we have that layered 3 times, and then you can see, actually let's go back down. You can see that there is a tube of hoppers going down, and it just goes back around to that hopper that I showed you before. So I'm going to work on it a bit more, and then I'm just going to keep doing this like I have been doing it and giving you little updates like this. Would you look at that? I am all done. The first tower. And I'm going to have to build a second one, which is going to be a pain in the butt. I always cannot stand mirroring things like this. Like the sorter I'm building on SMB, if you're watching that series, I have not mirrored it yet because I don't like mirroring things. Once I build it once, it gets boring after that. But yeah, I finished the interior. We've got some nice redstone lamps in there now, and I could craft a whole stack of those at once with my wonderful witch dropped. I could have crafted more than that, but I only wanted to craft a stack. I don't have enough glass yet. I'll have to go get some sand, which I don't even remember where the desert is on this world. But yeah, all the levels are the same right now. We still need to plant the crops, but I'm going to do that after we have done the infinitely tedious thing. Gathering the villagers. Now, I think, I'm not exactly sure, but I think no, I'm wrong. Let's see. I'm not sure where the breeder is relative to that, because that's where all the villagers are stored up. I might build a 1.8 breeder first, but I don't think so. I'm just going to use the 1.7 villagers to work the farm. So it is that way. So that's the same way, right? Let's go down here. So it's that way, that way, that way, that. Yeah, it's just over there. So that's really convenient, because if the breeder is, I don't know, right there maybe, and then this is actually really close to the surface, so we can just take them from about there, just bring them over to that hole there, or dig a new hole, and dump them down. So it's not going to be as much of a pain as I thought. So let's get doing that, and hopefully we'll have this thing finished by the end of the episode. Alright, I am ready to start the infamously tedious task of moving villagers. Now, we have this track here, and conveniently, the emerald factory is just down here. Just come down. I'm actually going to get rid of this just in case the villager suffocates. And then it comes down here, and we have a little rail that goes around, and boom, right in here. Now, I didn't think this through, and I should have probably got some more glass before doing, and I should probably plant the crops before I take them out of the minecart. But let's just move them down here while we're on camera. So, I'm going to take this rail, and I'm going to put it in front, right in the corner. So, we're going to dig this here. I might be able to use this glass, this stuff here. So, we're going to put this there, and then we're going to put a minecart, and then hopefully that will grab him. No? We need to move him over. So, if I... Yeah, he's not in the corner. Okay, you... How can we move this guy, do you think? So if I get rid of this door... I'm doing this all on camera just so I can show you guys what it is like to move one of these guys, because they are not fun to move. Okay, so can I... Actually, so if I put a half slab here, he can't jump out, but I can still push him. So if I do that... Come on. Alright, what if I put another half slab here and there? So he won't be able to get out, but I can still push him. So let's push him into this block, and then put a block there. Okay, now he's stuck. Now we can, let's get rid of this, and put it, and then we should ram it into the corner. Come on, guy. Move over. Okay, now let's put a half slab here, so we can push him even farther. Okay, let's try it again. Quickly ram the minecart into the corner, and maybe we need to put it right beside him. Okay, come on, come on, come on. Yeah, there we go, in the minecart. So this guy's a farmer. He's a 1.7 farmer, but that doesn't really matter. So now we can push him along. Come on. Well, actually happens a lot of the time is they like to bounce off things and then come back, and it's such a pain. Okay, hopefully this works. Come on. Yes! We got it! Now let's just take out this wool that I put here temporarily. Oops, that was the rail. And then... What should we make on the top? Let's do wheat on the bottom, carrots, and then potatoes on the top. So, I'm gonna grab a bunch of potatoes, and I'll be right back. Alright, we seem to have run into a small problem, and that is that there is not enough light here to actually plant the rest of the potatoes. So what I've tried here is I put some torches in like that, and I think the farmland will let the light through, but I'm not sure. So let's test it out. No, they still pop off and probably got sucked into the minecart. But if you have... I shouldn't say that. I'm not sure how I want to do this, because I can't put lights in the ceiling. Well, in this floor I can. I can't for the other floors. I couldn't really put torches here without making it look dumb. I could potentially put them in this thing here, but then that would look silly. I'll have to think about it some more. Alright, I did have to make a bit of a sacrifice here by putting some torches here. Not sure how it's going to look from the outside. I mean, from the bottom it will look fine, but I don't know if it will look okay. So if I'm standing, I'll be standing one block lower. Actually, no, I'll be standing, yeah, one block lower. So it should be fine. We might be able to see a bit of smoke, but I think it's going to have to do, because I can't think of any other way to get enough light in here. I tried putting a lamp in that stone brick right there, and that did not give enough light for these four in the middle here. So yeah, I think, however, that this is ready to actually be turned on. So we're gonna put some glass here, like this, and then we're gonna give this guy some potatoes. And I figured out that's actually what happened to the other potatoes. That guy picked them up. So we're gonna do this and block here. Right, so we're gonna dig this minecart, and he should actually start picking those up. So let's grab the minecart, and before he can run away, let's quickly plug up this hole. See? Is he gonna do it? Oh no, is he running away from a zombie? Oh no. Oh, hello there. I'm gonna go sleep right now. I'm gonna go sleep and I'll be right back. So I had to sleep, and Mr. Villager here is still running around. Which means that there's still hello there, I am leaving now. Go away, go away, go away. Oh, that would have been bad. Alright, let's see what's making Mr. Villager. So, hello there. Nope. Thank you very much. So there must be a zombie somewhere, because... And if there is, then that's unfortunate, because that means that this thing isn't going to work during the night. But I don't see any zombies. Do you see any zombies? Maybe I'm just blind. Come on, guy. Do what you're supposed to do. Oh. He's still running around. Oh! I get it. Maybe it's because this is still a village. So I'm going to break all the doors and let's see what happens. I think we have to wait 1 minute, so I'll get back to you in 1 minute after the little cooldown thing has timed out. Alright, I just destroyed the doors, and I went back down, and then to look at the villager, and he was picking up the wheat, and then my game crashed. So let's go see if it is working now. Yes, there we go. He picked up all the wheat, and that should be in his inventory now. So he is doing his job. It was because that was a village before. But right now, I want to see really quick. I couldn't really do that. But anyways, that is our farm done. So now this guy is going to... Oh, is there some potatoes missing? That's not good. That's... Oh, we can't even fix it either because there's no... We might be able to. Let's see if we can... hop in here. No, you're not getting out, boy. No, now he's jumping. Oh, wow. And there wasn't even... Okay, that... Can you move, please? Just move. And then we'll put some potatoes. And then... Let's get this in our hotbar here. You ready? You're not gonna escape? You're not gonna try and escape? I'm gonna push you into the corner. Ready, ready, ready. Run, 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 run. Bleh. Ha! Alright, so we finally got this thing working, and yeah, but I think that is all the time I have for today. I think I'm a little bit over time. But, so in between episodes, I'm going to put the rest of the villagers in. I might build the other side. I might not, because like I said, I don't like doing that. And plus, when we have these three, that's all we really need right away. Because having the other three will just double the efficiency. And then next episode, we're going to be working on probably the area here where we keep where we put the items and then have the villager that has the trades, which we're going to need a breeder for because we need a new 1.8 villager. We can't use a 1.7 villager. But yeah, like I said, that is all the time I have for today. I hope you enjoyed this episode. We got lots done, even though we're not entirely done right now. And I hope you were looking forward to this villager project, because like I said at the beginning of this video, it is going to be amazing. Imagine that. I don't even have to worry about any of my tools breaking or getting too expensive to repair, because I can just get a new one, and I can just enchant all my, like, if I can get villagers that have all the books I want, I can literally, for free, just get infinite, you know, efficiency 5, unbreaking 3, soak touch, or fortune, or OP swords, or OP bows, or whatever, just for free. Imagine that. Imagine that in Minecraft. You build something, and all of a sudden you can have free tools and armor. Doesn't that sound awesome? Anyways, I hope you did enjoy the video. A like would be much appreciated if you did. But thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you next time. Rex out.